Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
I'm Valerie Kanay, and our featured guest today is Dr. Shelly Cameron. I'm just so proud of her, and I'm so moved to be with her today. And I'm honored because I have some great news to share about her. She is the author of the book, and she's nominated Outstanding for the research of her book entitled The Success Strategies of Caribbean American Leaders in the United States. So let me tell you about her, Dr. Cameron. She is a seasoned business consultant, and she is the founder of Cameron Calder and Associates. And her primary focus has been in the area of healthcare, hospitality, and those type of industries for well over 25 years. She also holds a doctorate degree in organizational leadership from Nova Southern University, specializing in helping organizations to align their unique strategies and the processes, all while getting their people to work at the most peak performance and optimal levels. Dr. Cameron has worked as human resources in Northern Caribbean, and it is under her direct leadership that the company GSK and Latin American region received the Employer of Choice Award. Oh, yes. She has worked throughout Broward, Palm Beach counties, and the beautiful sunny Florida. And if that's not enough, along her life journey, she has coached, trained, organized healthcare events, worked with physician specialists, and managed administrative and personnel. Oh my goodness, Dr. Cameron is now worked with the needy to support them in their efforts in the Caribbean, also in Kenya and East Africa. My goodness, she is the affiliate with the Institute of Caribbean Studies in Washington, D.C. Dr. Cameron tells me it is her life mission to help people be able to live the best version of themselves humanly possible, both personally and professionally, in all of their endeavors. Isn't that right, Dr. Cameron? And welcome, welcome, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you, Valerie. It is my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So nice to have you join us today. So I do want you to just jump right in there and tell us about where you're from and just give us a little bit more info from your part.
Okay, thank you. I'm actually from Kingston, Jamaica, where I was born. My mother was one of Jamaica's first automobile female mechanics. That's an achievement.
It is.
My father was one of Jamaica's boxing champions in the 1970s. So we're from a family of achievers. We strive for the best. My interest in migration started when I migrated to Canada in the 90s. Then, due to the cold weather, can you believe it?
Yeah.
I returned home.
Take that cold.
Back to Jamaica, but later, it was not to be for long, because later I migrated to Florida, and that's where I've been ever since.
Awesome. So we're here to talk about a little in-depth view and look into your book. And I just want to know, why did you decide to write the book, Success Strategies of Caribbean American Leaders in the United States? What prompted you to write this sort of book?
Well, the book was written to inspire and educate individuals through my own journey that I had as an immigrant and my exposure to those that I consider those who were perceived as successful and those who were still struggling. So that's the reason I wrote the book.
Okay. And so just give us a little bit more in-depth look at that. You say to perceive. Oftentimes people will hear that and they won't really know what that means. So what was the perception?
You look at those in society who are successful, and we look on them and we say, oh my God, they are achieving so much. And then there's a distinct, what is it, like a difference? There's a disconnect between the others who I would go into the plaza sometimes in different areas, and I would see youths just loitering around like there's nowhere to go. So when I was looking at the two categories, I said, hey, is there a difference? And what is that difference? Because the same individuals who also originated from the Caribbean came to America or Canada or wherever else, and they became successful. Whereas you have another group that seemed not to have a connection as to something or a goal that they want to strive for. So that was the reason I decided to write the book.
Okay, so what's the gap? Just a little bit, you don't have to give us all the meat, but what was just a little bit of the disparity there? What's the separation there that one is on one end of the spectrum and the other is on the other end?
I think it's maybe a desire, as Steve Jobs maybe mentioned, and it is the hunger, the passion that is there. Is there something that they're going after? Sometimes people have dreams, and with the dreams that they have, they tend not to look too far into the future. But remember that the dream remains just that, only a dream, if you don't put it into action. Les Brown has said that, I think it also is Dr. Miles Monroe, who said that the graveyard is the most interesting place of all, because it is a gold mine of people who died with their dreams in their hearts.
Wow, that would be sad, right? So what are some of the basic fundamental success strategies that people can start just looking at from a basic level? What do you recommend?
The success strategies that they can start looking at is they can motivate themselves, empower themselves, go after their dreams, never give up. Persistence, that's an area that is important. Strive for what you want to achieve. Never give up.
And it's interesting because, like you say yourself, coming from parents who you've witnessed come through the ranks of life and go after everything they sought after to be and do. And my God, this is worth commending what your parents did achieve. So you had a direct linkage to a role model situation. For people who don't have that sort of direct linkage to a role model conception, what can they do? Is it like you mentioned Les Brown before? Are they to go to read books or workshop seminars? How can they do it?
Right, they are to read books and so on. The book was written as basically a how-to guide for beginners.
Okay.
And it is really for individuals who are at a crossroads in their life and they need to know which way to turn. Basically, it is for individuals who are in transitions. It might be new grads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, new grads and youths who may require mentoring. And as we spoke about the dreams, if you don't know where you're going, you will end up someplace else. So I wrote the book as a result of the research, as you mentioned before, that was conducted through Nova Southeastern University. It was written to share the path that leaders took to become successful. And these are Caribbean American leaders, or American leaders of Caribbean ethnicity. And they were selected from English-speaking Caribbean countries such as Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Kitts, and others, as well as the non-English-speaking Caribbean islands of Cuba and Haiti.
Awesome. Who are some of the leaders that you do highlight in the book?
We do highlight quite a number of leaders, and we changed their name to protect their identity, but they are from the media, they are from politics, they are from aviation, education, hospital, and these are all leaders that are out there in the society.
I'm intrigued by that. So you highlight them and you feature and let people know, okay, these are how they started out, and this is how their trail of path led to, and this is how it ended up. Go ahead.
And a part of the book as well also has the exact narratives of these individuals, how they achieved their success. They tell you in their own words. I didn't change anything. There are 2 chapters that are included in it on the challenges that they had to overcome. Some challenges included like the cultural biases that they had to go through. Some of them had the language problems that they had, and all of that. A lot of people have no money, so financial difficulties also were a part of what they discussed in their challenges.
So there's no shortage of challenges. There's no shortage of obstacles. And if you have that passion and that drive and that dream, you can surely do it.
That's right.
And
that
so
is
these
correct.
are proven that you can follow and pattern after. And if you don't have that personal role model in the home or in the community, then you can certainly look towards this book as a guidebook, a direct way to lead you to success and have somebody else's shoes to step into for a brief moment in time and know that how they made it out, you can certainly make it out also. despite your obstacles and your challenges that you meet. And boy, they're straining it. So we're not making light of that. Okay, just because somebody else did it, you can do it. That's not what anybody's saying. But we are saying that if the passion and the drive is there, you can most certainly do it. And so I really admire and adore the way you put it all, into a package into the book. It's just like you go and you buy a Christmas gift, you put it in gift formats. I really appreciate that as I look through things. And so, yeah. So I'm just curious to know, because I know you're a wonderful person also, read up so much on yourself. What are the 3 words that would describe Dr. Cameron, you as a person and your personality type? Give me those 3 words.
3 words. Let me think. First of all, I think it's persistent. 1. I never give up on anything that I put my mind to achieve. And you talk about success. I never give up. A lot of persons are afraid to go study, and they look at it and they think they're enamored by it. And it doesn't stop you. Each assignment, as you're studying, I have to tell people over and over, each assignment you do 1 day at a time, and you will get that master's. You will get that degree that you're going after. Whether it's a certification, it doesn't have to be a master's or a bachelor's. Whatever it is, it's just 1 step at a time, and then you will achieve what you want to achieve. The second word is risk taker. And I am a risk taker. Sometimes we have to step out into the unknown to achieve our desires. And of course, for me personally, I do that with divine guidance. I never do anything without divine guidance. So I'm not afraid to step out. I actually did a skydive, which my daughter will tell you. She thought I was kind of crazy to do it.
You did the skydive?
I did.
You did the skydive. You did the
I
skydive.
did.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
But I want to point out that I was scared as ever.
And
I was scared. But I did it to prove to myself that no matter, and my kids, that no matter what you're afraid of, you can still go ahead and do it. So I squeezed my eyes closed, shut, and then I jumped. But I'm not stupid at the same time. You have to know your strengths. So I did a tandem dive with someone behind my back who knew how to open the parachute, etc. So there are also strategies to do the right things that you want to be successful at. The third one is passion. I think my thoughtfulness and care for others fuels my passion. Any success that I achieve, I never keep it to myself. I share it with others. I encourage others, and that as my mission goes, to help others to become their best possible self. So those are the 3 words that describe me, I think.
They describe you perfectly, and I feel that in your spirit also, the persistence of being an
Thank you. Thank you.
About your desire to help others, help yourself, and be a perfect role model for your family, community.
Yeah. I wanted to point out that in my job as human resource consultant, I, coming from humble beginnings, so though my parents were stepping out, it's not that they were overly successful, that I still had to go through my fear of struggles.
Okay.
So I fell into human resource management with this international pharmaceutical company. And it cemented my passion and desire for people who are at a crossroads. So I'm a lifelong learner, and I'm a lifelong learner. So I show up at any training that I can benefit from. Before long, as I look back, I possess all of these different, I have 2 masters, one in healthcare and human resource management. And then, as you mentioned, I have the doctorate in organizational leadership. And like I said before, it is just through 1 course at a time, because people are sometimes taken aback by it. It's not that I'm the smartest kid. No, actually, I'm an average student. In high school, Wilmot Girls School, I was an average student, but then I knew what I wanted to achieve. So now I go about helping small businesses to develop and improve themselves and their people. I interview people every day, several people, several times a day, and you'd be surprised at how much people need help.
Oh my God, I'm not surprised. I know it for a fact because I get the calls, I get the emails, I get the text messages. So this is one of the reasons why you and I come together to an agreement to do these type of programs, because we know you're out there and the struggles are for real. And we don't take that, like lightheartedness or whatever. And there's just people that have such a need. And you have to know that there's folks out here like ourselves who are laying out a platform so that you can now step into those shoes and be able to pull yourself up, as they say, by the bootstraps, right? And so as we bring this program to a close, Dr. Cameron, I do want you to take this opportunity to share your book when will it be released and how people can get that?
Well, my book will be released on December 5th. That's a Saturday at the African American Research Library and Cultural Center in Fort Lauderdale. It will be available in paperback on Amazon.com as well as in the Kindle version for immediate download. You'll also be able to find it on my website, which is pretty easy, I think, ShellyCameron.com.
ShellyCameron.com.
Right.
Awesome. So in this, you're going to find out the stories, the patterns, the mindset that you have to take. You're going to find out why some can have succeeded and how you can succeed and what you need to know to make your life different, how you can change that. She's committed to helping you live the best life humanly possible, whether it's personally, professionally, and both. So with that being said, Dr. Cameron, I don't take lightly that you came out to spend your time with me today. I appreciate you. And I do love you dearly. And God bless you. I'm going to say goodbye.
Thank you so much, Valerie. So it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us. And thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.